Hi, I'm Formula Drift driver Odimus Bakshis, also known as Odi, driver of the number 723 Nitto Tire S14. I started racing actually in motocross first. It was a family sport, and then throughout college I got really interested in cars and started racing rally cars, and got even more interested in cars and found drifting, and this is where I'm at right now. One of my friends, Ryan Literal, he's a driver that I met and really drug me into drifting, and it's really cool to go out there and go to all the grassroots events he invited me to. So I blame him for getting me into this sport and showing me how fun it could really be. There was a turning point in 2009. 2009 was my first competitive season. I did Pro-Am, which is like a just amateur series to see how well I do and just to learn more about drifting, and I actually earned my FD license through 2 different series in the same year, and that's when I was just kind of like, cool, let's keep going with this. Even starting in my rookie season, a really close call for a podium finish. Year is like finally everything came together, and I earned a 3rd spot with the podium finish this season in New Jersey. So that's been like the highlight of my drifting career. I think the biggest challenge for me is to really build a car that I could afford to build, yet build it in a way where it's competitive enough to run with some of these top teams. I do talk about sports with my grandma, about me racing cars, and I'm not entirely sure that she knows it's drifting or some sort of racing. So I'd say I am racing a specific line, but the car just has to slide everywhere I go. It's a combination of the fact that it's competitive, because that's what I've learned hooks me to any type of motorsport or sport in general. That reward of like learning something that's very difficult is just, I get super hooked on that. And then it's kind of like self-actualization, like just doing something and getting better and better at it to the point where you like prove to yourself like, hey, if I put my mind to something, I can do it. And bottom line is just it's super fun. Like, it's the funnest thing I've ever done, and I can't imagine replacing it with anything else. In drifting, I feel like the competitive advantage that I might have over some of my competitors is just being in tune with the car and knowing every single facet of my car. It's allowing me to react quickly at the track and change the components on the car that just aren't working, that aren't allowing me to like get out to the outer zones or get up to the clipping points, or just knowing the car in and out, because I'm not only the driver, also the guy that kind of designed everything and put it together. It allows me to just be able to make changes on the go. Well, being a dad did definitely change quite a few things, honestly. If I'm not at home, it's like, all right, I better be making every single minute count that I'm away from home. So even if it's at the track testing, it's like, all right, let's get to the bottom of what's making the car work, what's not working, let's figure it out and get it done. Bottom line, it's making me more focused, because at the end of the day, I got a daughter that I get to come home to, and I just want to spend as much time with her as possible. 5 years from now, I mean, I really want to see myself finishing as I want to be a Formula D champion somewhere in that 5-year time period, and I really hope to do everything I can to make that happen. I feel like I'm still progressing as a driver a lot, so it's kind of hard to tell where it's going to go and exactly when things are going to really, step up, but it's been going in the right direction. And when I feel like I'm not developing as a driver, that's when I'm going to get concerned and maybe reevaluate what it is that I'm doing.